Good morning, traders, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So, starting with a small account, we had a good 2.85% return yesterday, which is not bad. Pretty close to the 3% goal. So, yeah, we're back on track. Hopefully, by the end of the week, we should be right back where we need to be. Yesterday was a pretty difficult day, and we've ended up with a range bar. Okay, now I've got this level drawn in, which is the previous high, which is where we sort of flirting with. So we're going up and below this level with no real direction. And the next two levels that we can draw in on the daily is going to be this, which is our range. Okay, so it would be nice to see this breakout happen. And that breakout is a good 900 points. Okay, so you can see the strong move up, range, next move up. So if we start drilling down to lower time frames, you'll see we had this move up. We then had a flag. Okay, there's our flag. And now we've got this massive inside bar, potential double top, or a retest of the flag breakout. So, yeah, if you asked me yesterday on the breakouts what we were looking for, I was looking for this measured move here. You asked me now after the close last night, I suspect we are range bound or we are forming a double top. Okay, so I'm kind of out of all trades at the moment until I see some structure happen, and I'm a little bit hesitant at the moment, especially with all these moving averages flat like this. And if we look at the hour, you'll see we had a pretty good pin bar here, which was the entry to buy. And then I suppose the clever thing to do was previous high, take your profit, wait for the pullback, and then get back in for the next level. So it could still play out. So this could just be forming a range. I think the big question here is whether we manage to form a higher low. If we can form a higher low here, I'm not going to worry about these ones here just yet. It's this tail that I'm worried about. So if we can form a higher low, I think that would be indication for a move to the upside. But right now what's forming, just use this level here, is a flat bottom triangle. And that's normally a break to the downside. And you could also argue that there is a bit of a head and shoulders here for a break to the downside. So yeah, for me at the moment, this is a little bit sketchy for longs or shorts at the moment. Okay, so you can see what I mean. Yesterday we had this pretty strong move up, which managed to get most of it. On the small account, actually, that's where the bulk of this profit came from. Closed out, not quite at the top, somewhere in this area here we closed out. So, and then we had the sell-off. I mean, so pretty much the whole day, the whole trading session that we moved up and then quickly sold off. And we are still kind of selling off. Okay, so this one for me at the moment is, yeah, as I say, there's a lot of mixed signals here. I'm going to have to wait for some proper structure, or I'll wait for the US Open. Not even going to bother with this during the European session, and may not even bother with it for the whole day. Because what I'm seeing at the moment is not positive, it's not negative. So it's very much treading water right now. And templates. If we look at the Ichimoku, I don't think Ichimoku is going to give us anything different. So starting with a 12-minute, just going back to yesterday, you can see big down, big up, big down, lots of confusion here. Nothing really in it. Everything is bearish at the moment on the 12-minute. And look at this pin bar rejection here off the cloud. If you were up really early this morning, it was a good entry there for a short. But anyway, nothing there. If we look at the half hour, bearish, bullish, bearish, bearish, thin cloud at the moment, potential for a breakthrough. Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, there's nothing there. Nothing on the hour either. There's no structure here. There's no direction. It's just flat. 4 hour. One thing it is looking concerning is we could be heading for a crossover here, a bearish cross on the 4 hour. And that would be pretty significant. Now, if you look at the 4 hour, you've got this pin bar, then you've got this range bar, the big tail at the top. So this is barbed wire, okay, confusion, all these tails everywhere. So, and that's kind of what I would suggest you watch out for. Don't try and trade this at the moment. Wait and see what's going to happen, what's going to transpire next. Are we going to come and tag this breakout? Are we going to come and tag the bottom? Are we going to form a bigger range? So at this stage, I'd be pretty wary at the moment of any trade right now. And looking at the daily, you can see Keaton's catching up quite nicely. Everything is bullish, so you should still be looking for longs on the daily. But engulfing, inside bar, what's going to happen here? So this level here is the key to everything, which is 28,781. Okay, so I think for me today, guys, I'm going to sit patiently and wait. So there are quite a few results coming out. I have to wait for those results to come out and then see what's on offer. But for me right now, I don't see anything that's worth trading on this right now. So rather keep my money in my pocket and wait for something later on. If we do manage to get some kind of a retracement, so I just want to check some other moving averages here. But we've got a lot of noise, so just get rid of the noise for you. So if we do manage, we see these moving averages here, which is a 20, 50, 100, and 200 EMA. And normally, a trend, a strong trend will be using the 50 or the 20 as support. A weaker trend will be using the 100, and even weaker trend will be using the 200, specifically on the hour. So at this stage, the trend is still technically to the upside. Okay, it's only once we get below the 200 and these moving averages start crossing over. So at the moment you can see green, red, blue. If they start crossing over with red, no, it won't be that. We've got to go further back for that. Yeah, so we start getting a crossover like this, where we've got blue, red, green. That would indicate a downtrend. So right now, the bias is to the upside. Okay, it's a weak trend. It is a weak trend to the upside, so that's what you want to be trading. Oscillators are starting to group as well for an upside. So if anything, I'm looking for longs. Okay, until we start getting a crossover. The reason why I use the 8, 13, 21 is because it gives me an earlier crossover. You can see we kind of got a crossover at the moment. So I think everything depends on the first level we're looking at is this area where we are now, and the next one is this the 200 EMA here. Okay, so if we can hold this area that we're at, because this will be a 50% Fibonacci, if I'm correct, 61.8 Fibonacci of the last move. So if we can hold this area, then you're looking for longs. Okay, which basically means the current high of today is a level we need to pay attention to. So a break above the current high of today, which is 28,970, that would be an indication that we have potential move back to the upside. Okay, and then that original flag is on. But for now, I'm going to sit and wait for some structure. If we get some structure that indicates a move above this level and we hold it, then definitely looking for longs. Otherwise, I will take another long entry down here, 28,791, with a very tight stop, just in case I'm wrong. Okay, anyway, guys, that's it for me today. Patience is going to be key, I suppose, and hope it helps. I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.